my mask. Oh wait, I'm a dark dragon. So scary.
I did see the thing come across that said broadcast is live. So, hi everyone.
So
hello. Hi, Rourke. I can't see you. Can you see me?
Can you?
Oh boy. Oh, it's all okay. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a lovely lovely day.
We're gonna go to the song and maybe take off these masks.
Is that thing at the end new?
You stole my question.
I'm sorry.
I had to have a big ending now. Now that
I
we've
like
done
it.
updates,
Oh, it's so good.
I was like, we gotta crash out here. Hey, everybody. I'm Rourke.
Hi,
Hello,
Rick.
Why did I feel like I was going like Wingapo?
Oh, no.
And you're listening to Probability of Demise. We're all dressed up because it's Halloween tomorrow, and we had to be a little bit fun and silly, but we all probably, I think, at different levels realized certain aspects of our costume were not working so well for the look. But we're a group of storytellers who use Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition to provide rules and structure to Atland, a world of our own making. Atland exists on a version of Earth thousands of years into the future, an octopolar planet whose residents barely remember the natural and man-made disasters that once left their world nearly uninhabitable. This is a world far different from the one you know today. A world of new magics and ancient spells, young gods and primordial deities. Thank you for coming with us as we explore it together.
Nearly uninhabitable. How can you be nearly uninhabitable? I'm sorry.
So do you all want to introduce your characters and also your costumes? I mean, I'll say that this is in honor of the dead dragon that was killed recently. Decided to...
It's not like a Game of Thrones reference. They have like the dragon skulls in King's Landing for the...
Oh, that would have been cool too. No, I legit was like, this looks kind of creepy, like the dead dragon that I had you all fight, or the acid dragon that I had you all fight.
I think it's the coolest mask I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It actually, the mouth moves. So if I talk, the mouth moves.
But you had to be very exaggerated.
I don't have to. It catches better off camera, but it doesn't track with the camera.
Yeah, your audio sounds lovely with that.
I'm sure it's the best recording ever.
Hi, I'm Jason. I play Asher. Asher is a bard and poet, and the end. I'm dressed as Batman. No, wait. No, I'm dressed as Spider-Man, and cannot see anything with the mask on, so it's going to sit like this for the rest of this podcast.
Yeah,
That's all right. Just means you're not actively fighting anyone right now.
This means I trust you to know my identity. That's all.
Oh, that's a lot of people. So yeah, and I'm happy to introduce below me on my screen, probably in real screens too, because this is supposed to be real. There's a devil amongst us.
You're the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, you are. I'm Larissa. I play Trixie. I'm an anthropomorphic red squirrel. And I like to hit stuff many times, very, very speedy. And I figured this is probably the closest thing I could get to actually having Trixie's ears. So it kind of doubles for that.
See, I thought you secretly were hoping to be a tiefling.
No, I already have enough red undertones. I'll pass. You know what? I do actually have this really neat trick where I can turn into a tiefling. All I have to do is walk on a treadmill for like 45 minutes. And then I'm a tiefling for like 3 hours.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, Megan.
We has people.
There's people's watching.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello, Twitch. We just
Welcome
added
to the
Twitch to our
chaos.
stream today, so we have somebody
Yeah.
watching on Twitch. Hello.
Hello, Twitch.
Twitch.
Oh,
I know that's not your name, but
Twitchy.
Hi, Twitch. Yeah.
One of the cousins of Stitch.
And then the last member of our crew that we haven't introduced yet is Jess,
who me?
who's kind of dressed up like a clown. Is that right?
Yeah. I am Harley Quinn. Dee, 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 dee.
Hello, Harley.
I love how our costumes all just became hats at this point.
I also
It's easy.
have
I
a
could show
pirate
you the full
hat,
body
Legit
suit, but
wearing
nobody
a
wants
full
to see that.
bodysuit.
so I could be a pirate Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I had an eye patch for this mask, but I couldn't see anything with the eye patch added to it.
I see your costume closet also has pirate stuff from Ren Fair from last year, because
Yes.
that's what I wore last night.
Everyone loved his pants. I don't know if you remember, they have like the zigzag down the side. But yeah.
Welcome back, Megan.
Yeah.
So that,
I know.
wait,
Oh yeah,
Jess,
and I
who do you
play
play?
Tanzanite.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Who are you?
Well-oiled machine that we are. We are going to kind of get back into our normal swing of things with some announcements. So do we have any announcements? I'm guessing that there's some really cool things coming down from the choir world. Larissa?
Yes. If you enjoy choral music, the two choruses that I participate in here in New York City have upcoming concerts. Melodia Women's Choir of New York City has a concert on November 20th, which is a Sunday, called A Winter's Welcome. It takes place at 4 p.m. At Church of the Holy Apostles, which is 9th Avenue and 28th Street. And I'm going to read you the description because it's so good. Evoke the exquisite transition from fall to winter with a concert of music and poetry depicting the beautiful foliage, the mellow and acute melancholy of change, and the ensuing moments of frost and festivities. And then it just goes on to describe other things.
They got
but
very alliterative, didn't they?
So I had to share that. And Stonewall's upcoming holiday concert is called Oh What Fun, and is on Friday, December 2nd, 7:30 p.m. also at Church of the Holy Apostles, because it is a mint performance venue. Again, that's 28th and 9th Avenue in Chelsea. And the description is as follows. Join us as we welcome winter and its many celebrations, including Christmas, Hanukkah, solstice, and Kwanzaa in song. The nation's first LGBTQ choir will be making spirits bright with a concert to warm your heart against the cold weather, featuring works by Lily Boulanger, Jim Bassey, Bob Chilcott, R. Nathaniel Dett, Randall Bass, and Tom Lehrer. What fun. I think the most amusing piece that I have found that we're doing is a piece called Hanukkah in Santa Monica.
Okay.
That sounds
Hanukkah
fun.
in Santa
It is.
Monica.
It's very fun. It's very campy. Lots of rhyming and like little kind of Jewish tongue-in-cheek nods, and yeah. So it's a fun little piece. I'm excited to sing that.
That is very, very cool. Well, I just found out that here in Portland, since now I'm on the other coast, we also have a queer chorus. It's still called Portland Gay Men's Chorus, but from what I understand, it's open to every gender.
Oh, yay.
And they are doing something on December 9th through 11th. So I'm going to try to see if I can't get in there. And they have a little festival of choral music and such.
I love that.
And they're kind of sticking with the holiday classics. So I am excited to find out more and kind of get a little bit of the things I got exposed to via Larissa on the East Coast, back over here on the West Coast. Appreciate that. Well, we have our other traditions to get through here. get through. It sounds like I'm trying to like race through this, but these are actually kind of the fun things. We have our word of the day.
That's me.
Word of the day.
Word of the day.
Okay, let me listen to it again so I make sure I say it right. I'm trying to give actual words that we can learn,
Pumpernickel.
so that they're new to me sometimes.
We're trying to make it educational,
The
people.
word of the day is plethora.
Is it pronounced that way though?
No,
Java.
that was the point.
All right.
That was a joke.
So, to keep with all the different, traditions going on around this time, because there's more than just Halloween, the word of the day is pishog, which is
That's new to me.
like magic, witchcraft, a spell, essentially one designed to cause or cure illnesses to man or beast. Now, I personally do not know anything about these, so hopefully if we have viewers who do actually partake in this word, hopefully that was the right definition, and if not, please correct me, because I
You're
want
gonna
to
have to
make
spell that one
sure
for me, because
I can't.
You can't.
Pishouge.
That's a
Wait,
cool word.
Pishogue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
with my very limited knowledge and Googling, that was there's a lot of different meanings, but specifically within this time of year, that is the definition of that. So, yes.
So cool. Okay, so that's I'm gonna have to add that to my like practice list. I don't know. But we have
I
also
have 6 figures in student loan debt in the English language, and Jess is still coming up with words I haven't heard. So
yeah.
I
It's a
certainly
mix
did not
here.
Google like Halloween words.
Stop. We're trying to give you credit.
Well, at least you didn't
Give me
pick
the
something
shovel.
out in your room that's just like sitting there visibly.
Lamp.
We are also going to have our ridiculous commercial at our
it's
after our
back.
mid break. So it is time to get your dice out and roll them. Do you have your dice with you?
Yes.
for once,
Yeah, for once. Jason said.
I'm tempted to run back and get a different dice because the dice just rolled not so hot earlier.
that's a 14.
Oh, cool! I rolled pretty well. Never mind. 14.
What is
for-
this? This is to
commercial.
choose.
The top roll
topic.
chooses the
Reads it?
topic. The bottom roll reads it.
Okay, perfect.
Top chooses, bottom reads.
Okay.
Oh, Megan's out to protect you. Oops, I hit at the same time.
Yeah, go ahead.
You do it. Oh. Megan's on your
Thank
side.
you. I want to make sure everyone's represented.
Okay. What'd you get, Larissa?
I don't know what just got.
Me?
Yeah.
Just every time.
I got a 15.
Ooh, current top roller.
Oh,
Reader.
That's all right. I was due.
Every other word in the commercial is going to be fuck, just because the rest of us read it.
So that I have to up our fuck count.
So as Jess, as the highest roller, the high roller, thinks about a topic, just so everybody else at home knows, what we've done is we've taken to Jason is an extraordinary writer who is going to write a commercial based on the topic suggested by our high roller, in this case, Jess, aka Tanzanite, who once Jason writes up this great script, somehow between now and the end of our break, in the mid-roll, then
You ain't getting out the rest of
Larissa,
this session.
aka Trixie, is going to have to read it with the right passion and framing and ridiculousness to really sell whatever Jason's.
Nope, I'm just gonna read it straight like this. No.
It not happen, and we'll make you redo
Maybe-
it until we get it
Maybe
right.
if it fit the.
I'm going to put it in the script that you have to do accents just because you did that.
Oh.
No, I meant like, for example, if it was like a, I don't know, like a energy drink or
Robot.
something,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
just like did it the whole thing like this, that would be funny.
Do you feel low? Drink
Yeah.
super happy juice.
Do you pop out at parties? Are you unpopular? Sorry.
Jess, what is the topic?
The topic is going to be night guards, but with like added accessories. So you can have fangs or rhinestones, or like you could have a flag sticking out of your night mouth guard.
That certainly wouldn't obstruct your breathing at
Customizable
all.
night guards.
Okay.
So these are
customizable
like-
night guards.
Like what do you call it? Like all the types of things when you like make something more fun, like designer glasses. These are designer night guards.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what are the things called? On your Crocs. What are those called?
Oh, I don't
those
know.
little crop
Gibbets?
jewelry things.
They're called gibbets.
Gibbets.
Gibbets for your night guard.
gibbets for your
Yeah.
night guard. That's terrible. You're feeding Jason with ideas right now. He just gets to roll these deeper and deeper and darker and darker.
No,
so,
I know.
and then you get to read it.
I know. I'm digging my
Alright.
own grave.
So the last thing we're rolling for is our recap. We like to roll for our recap to
Right.
see who gets to try to remember what happened last time. And I think Jason already admitted to having forgotten. So this is
Not
great.
me. Not me. Not me.
All right. So everybody go ahead and roll for recap.
It's not looking good.
I am not in trouble today because there's no way you outrolled me. Of course, now you're stealing my 20s for dangerous things to happen to y'all, but that's okay.
10.
12.
Son of a bitch. That's 3 times in 4 games that I got.
Hold on.
recap.
Wait.
That's right.
Sorry, I keep getting like, I think something's going on with my internet. Sorry, gang.
That's
I
okay.
rolled a 19.
Jesus!
Oh, Snapple tap.
It's my hat. I'm
I
telling
think
you
Rourke
guys.
got a 20.
Yep, I
Yes.
nat 20'd.
Now I have to figure out because we recorded a session,
Yeah,
'Cause you were
this was the
traveling.
second half.
which I did not have a chance to re-listen to. So I think I really don't remember.
I can give you the session
We had
title
just
if you think
killed
that
the
would help.
dragon.
Yeah, we just killed the dragon, and then we got the dwarves to basically like harvest the dragon and make us stuff. So we also leveled, and so like basically they will be delivering things to us that are in the form of like new gear and items and things. But yeah, so they're harvesting the dragon, and then as like a reward for killing the dragon and for the other stuff we've done, they gave us like it was like a fortress almost.
Mhm.
A small fortress that's like on or like near the surface of their underground town. So we'll probably get murdered first by the next dragon. What was
I don't know
that?
whose that was.
Suddenly something else spoke, and it was just.
Oh, okay. I thought that was my voice. That's
It
what
was
freaked me
your
out.
voice.
It was your voice, but it was this strange delay.
Oh god, I'm being haunted by myself.
It's the dark.
All the people that haunt me, it's me. Yeah. Now I'm really thrown off. My past caught up with me and threw me off. All right.
So my fault.
Okay. So we got a fortress. I think basically like we contacted Overton, let them know that we're okay, but our airship was blown up during the battle with the dragon, so we are stuck unless we use the portal. Asher also fixed the portal, so that allowed the gift to come through and help with the dragon at one point. 2 of them died, but I think that was 2 episodes ago. That's all I got. Am I missing anything? Doing stuff.
That's a very Reader's Digest version.
It's great. That
That's so
works for us
good.
right now because I really wanted to get us into this. So, where I'm going to start us off is, and your items have arrived, and you might take a moment to describe what they look like. But over the course of these 10 days, you've settled into this space, making it your own, establishing. That's one of the things that we spent a lot of time last time doing it. So if you're like designing your fantasy base bedroom type person,
Yeah.
you might rewatch last episode because that's kind of what we did a little bit of that time engaging in. But it's morning time here on this little island. You're getting up, getting ready to
Tweet,
go.
tweet, 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 tweet.
Birds are buzzing, the bees are singing,
Zzz.
buzzing. You're doing flybys.
Please don't. I hate that.
But yeah, it's. Sorry, I'm so easily distracted.
Doppler effect just randomly.
But you're here
goes
at
off.
Guns New Hope, in one of the few areas that can look out on the world. Although Tanzanite does have a room that faces more inward, where there's no outdoor spaces gleaming in its crystalline visual look that she designed for her space, and hanging out on the island known as the Delve of Meribabird. And over the course of these 10 days, you've heard a little bit of information about what's going on throughout the world in your various different spaces and ways. But you're sitting here at breakfast, kind of one of the first times you've all sat together. The two crew members from the airship have established themselves as some sort of self-appointed guards folk, and they've quickly finished their meal and moved out to look out on the field below the fortress keep that you've been installed in. Two locals come in and out providing the meal. One is very much the cook, and the other provides a lot of other services for this place that you've been installed in.
Do we have a butler?
I think you could choose to call one of them that, if that's what you choose. At any rate, you three are gathered there, having had a little bit of downtime and peace, but collecting information, hearing different things going on, and checking out your new gear. The day is yours. What are you up to? Actually, what are you eating for breakfast?
Whatever was provided.
Yeah, that.
Wow.
Okay, so
We let
Well,
the-
like,
we
what
let-
is the traditional breakfast of this area? Because I'm sure
We-
it's not the same as like what we're used to.
Do we let the chef choose the menu? Is that what you're saying?
So is that what you all do? Is you let the chef choose the menu?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Trixie?
Asher is going to be very uncomfortable, like being waited on in this way.
Okay. Trixie, do you let the chef choose the menu?
Tanzanite's never cooked in her life, so she's like, yeah, bring it to me.
I mean,
I mean, it's probably a good idea to let the chef, instead of Trixie, choose the menu, just because everything would be maple syrup flavored. But she
As
does have
requested
some
by
on
Miss Trixie,
hand.
this giant pile of cheese covered in maple syrup. Deep
okay,
fried
so
for your
what I
pleasure.
would like you each to do is each roll a D100.
Okay.
Having left this up to
Fate.
the chef, aka Fate, you have now just engaged a D100 table I had prepped for this.
Oh God.
10.
10.
Wait,
Keep going.
hold
All three of
on.
you.
You got a 10 on a martial arts, or on a 100 D100? Oh, look at that. That's right. You have an actual D100. 38.
38. Okay.
And you can still get 10 on the double D100 dice.
Yeah, I just don't remember how. Is it just the 1 and the double zero, or 1 and the double zero?
Yeah, that was gonna be. I know we've done this before, and I get confused every time. So I got a double
Never-
0 and a 4. So is that 4 or is that 40?
That's 4.
I got 4.
Okay. And
Oh, there is a 10. There's a 10 on the actual thing. So you would get 10 and 0?
The double 0 would be 10.
No, there's a 10 on there.
the way
Oh.
it works is the 10 and the 0 give you 10. I think. Yeah. And
Right?
then if it was 000, like all zeros, that's what the 100. That's the way we've been working it, at least. So all the zeros is 100. I can't talk to y'all. All right. So what'd you get? 10, 38, and what was the other one?
4.
10, 38, and 4. Awesome. Yeah, that what Jason just shared. That's
You want to know how you read a
Oh,
D100 real
perfect.
easily? Just buy a big ass D100.
I mean,
I
that's
know. I need to do that.
that's also an option. Oh.
totally
My
an
little
option.
8-pound golf ball or whatever the hell it is. I'm pretty sure that thing would break a golf club if you tried to hit it. But it's about that size.
Okay. Let me read through this list of things here. So you end up having 3 different types of meals placed out here. There is a shoe style pastry filled with a flavorful sweet cream with strawberry, blueberry, and a wild berry sort of look to them. It seems like something that's more of a dessert dish, except your party seems to have been very lucky and interested in this, and it's become kind of one of the things that is frequently on offer.
Somebody around here is.
So like an American breakfast.
You also have a beautiful assortment of these red and orange blossoms that have been stuffed with spicy cheese and then deep fried.
Ooh. So
And then the
southern.
last thing that you see is a thick soup. It's called Adventurer Surprise, and it comes from a habit amongst the people here of using whatever's in the kitchen and available. So it could be mushrooms. In this case, it's a mixture and assortment of underground growing fauna, as well as leftover dragon meat, some assorted roots, and some acid for flavor. And that is what you're having for breakfast. All right. So as you're just sitting around this table, enjoying these delicious treats, what is going on? Are you
How long have we been like in downtime now?
10 days?
Let's see.
I'm going to show off my new belt by unbuckling it because I am so full.
What does your belt look like?
Oh gosh, guys, my belt doesn't fit.
Gee, what a shame. No.
Brand new too. How could it not fit?
One of the items that I selected is a dragon hide belt. And it's very much so remind me, black dragons are acid dragons, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to imagine that the scales have a little bit of iridescence on them. So, and because I'm assuming this dragon was very large, the scales are also very large. So instead of it being like a small scale pattern on the belt, it's more like each scale is kind of just wrapped and molded around it.
Mhm.
And the magical properties that result from this, I get a +2 bonus to any saving throw DCs of my key features, and I can use one action to regain key points equal to a roll of my martial arts die once every dawn period. Like I regain it at dawn.
Cool. Yeah. So you're making cowboy belt buckles look like pitiful little jewelry, aren't you? So you sit
But they did
there,
have to trim them down because they obviously still had to make the belt smaller than normal.
So you see her kind of adjust and loosen her belt as she's trying to subtly or unsubtly show off her recent acquisition. Asher, Tanzanite.
Sorry. I'm trying to think of a command word for my armor, and I can't think of one.
Shazam!
I might have tuned out a little bit. That's a
Okay,
pretty good one.
so here I have a thought for you all.
Bamboozled.
You all are having breakfast together and conversing a little bit. That command word hasn't been established, and you have to establish it before the item will work. So maybe you're bantering with your two friends about what would work for that.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna say, because it's made from the black dragon, that it's like in its natural form, my glamorous studded leather armor is it's like basically like a black scaled trench coat or studded leather trench coat. So, but I'm like looking at it like it's not really Asher's vibe, and he's just like, yeah, like I just had a command word, and then I can make this coat look like anything I want, but I don't know what word to use.
He is indeed, Andy. He is.
Any suggestions?
Tanzanite's
Well-
the best. One word.
No spaces.
No spaces.
Well, I guess, do you want it to be like
Tanzanite the all beautiful. No spaces.
I think if I use your name, it's going to get confusing.
yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Do you want it to be like a sneaky thing? Like, do you want to be able to sneak it into a conversation and not have people notice? Or do you want it to be like a flashy thing?
No, I think I want it to be like a flashy thing that I probably won't say on accident.
Okay. And what is the armor?
Ciao.
That could work.
Could work.
What does it do again? Remind me.
Yeah, what does it do?
I can make it look like any clothing that I want it to.
So you want it's going to change quickly.
Quick change.
What about something? Well, what's another word for quickly?
Fast. Oh, but you would say that word too often.
Speedy.
Yeah.
Speedster. You know, I've thrown out like 6 ideas already, and I'm coming up with great ideas.
I'm just trying to think of like a word that we don't normally use, like maybe like pronto or something. I don't know.
I need a magic word. Abracadabra's overdone.
I've never heard that before.
Really?
Where did you hear it?
I don't know. I probably read it somewhere.
I don't know.
How about mumbo jumbo?
Works
That's
for me,
good.
I guess.
I feel like that's something I'd never say otherwise. Okay. So
decide that the little stitching switches around and has a little only readable by you, Asher, in Draconic, but coded Draconic, and it just says mumbo jumbo as you establish the name.
okay, I'm gonna go mumbo jumbo, and then it's gonna turn like into my regular red suit that I usually wear.
So there's all this buildup in anticipation, and you can see the iridescent scales of this trench coat with the studded sections where they've overlapped the scales to create studs. It's just a trench coat of glitter and glam of the darkest variety. And then, as Asher says, mumbo jumbo. Huge, splashy look, and you just see him in his normal everyday clothes.
Much better.
I don't get it.
I don't know. It's like stronger armor than what I had, but I can still dress the way I like.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Plus,
now I
plus
get
if I
it.
was doing like a show, I could do like mumbo jumbo, and then it turns into like a tuxedo.
Okay.
Mumbo jumbo. Red suit again.
Is that all you got? Is that the only thing?
No, I also got a new drum. Hold up, I have a rhythm maker's drum, which I guess that would be, I'm gonna say like the stretched hide on the top is probably like from the dragon. So it gives me like not as Asher, but as me, like it gives me +1 to spell attack rolls and saving throws for bard spells. And then I can play it once a day to restore 1 use of bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
And then I got this. I'm gonna hold up. It's like a drinking horn. I can make stuff like ale, or healing potions. Like once a day, I can make me a fill itself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can it make maple syrup?
No, sorry.
Oh.
And the horn, you look at it, it looks like a drinking horn, but you all recognize that it's one of the talons from the black dragon.
Oh, for neat.
Yeah, it's a little weird to like drink out of a fingernail, but maybe I'll get used to it.
But
I
it's a
think
deadly
kinda
fingernail.
badass.
Yeah. Could poke your eye out. And I poked its eye out. Ha ha.
Tanzanite.
Womp womp.
I just very quietly take my giant new long sword and chuck it on the table, and I take my new fancy ring that's probably made out of some sort of dragon bone bit, and I like run it through my finger like a poker chip.
That's great Foley work. I love that.
Just so you all
And I'll
know,
just
when
go-
you run a ring around your fingers, it goes.
Oh, yeah,
I like
I mean, that's just common knowledge.
Duh.
That's a pretty sword.
Oh, this little thing. Oh, thanks. And then what it actually does, folks, is this is a Dragon Slayer longsword. I get +1 to my attack and my damage rolls with this weapon, and if the thing I'm hitting is a dragon, then I get an extra 3d6 of slashing damage.
Ooh, how convenient.
And dragon refers to any creature with dragon type, including dragon turtles and wyverns. Wyverns.
Wyverns.
Wyverns, that's it.
Yeah, that word.
Yeah.
And then my fancy ring. What it actually does is it stores 6 spells up to 5th level.
Ooh.
And I can exchange. Correct me if I am wrong, Rurik, but I believe I can put any spell into it. And then, like, to get rid of a spell, I'll just cast it, and then to put a spell into it, you cast the spell into the ring, and that's how it stores the spell.
Yeah. So, like, if you have preparation and planning, you can prep and plan to have spells set into it. And it does a certain number of spell slots worth up to 5th level that it can hold. So if you get to, I'm trying to think of what your I'm doing the but for other things. So you can cast any spell. It can hold up to 5 levels worth of spells.
So it could be like one 5
fifth
level,
or
one
like 5
first level.
level.
Got it. Yeah.
All that sort of stuff. But by touching the ring, you cast the spell into it as if you're casting it. And instead of the spell actually manifesting, it gets sucked into the ring. And if this ring can't hold the spell slots are expended without any effect. But when you cast the ring, as long as you're wearing it, you can cast what's been stored in it. the crazy thing is you could actually, depending on what you were doing, cast a spell into it and give it to somebody else to be able to cast that spell from the ring as an action.
Oh,
Because I
But
also believe
I think it should fit on your middle finger so that when you cast a spell of it, you just go.
Just the easiest
That's
way
it.
to
That's
do
canon.
Chow!
It fits on my middle ring finger.
Yeah.
And I go, they're kind of cool. And then I slide it on my middle finger.
Trixie's just like, cool trick.
And I did more fancy items, so I only have the 2.
Yeah. Very cool.
I have these. These are kind of cool.
You look over at the bracers that Trixie's wearing.
I have an idea. If you're willing to try.
What?
I was gonna say, who are you talking to? Who's trying what?
You.
Okay, what?
Want to test out that longsword?
Sure.
All right. Now, I mean, granted, it's gonna be, I put my arms like this, and then you try to hit me.
Am I, kind of half-assing it, or am I like, boom-ing it?
I mean, boom-ing it.
Okay.
Roll your attack.
I'm gonna get my sword out. Okay.
Just don't roll too high.
Let's see.
Or
She's getting
crit.
that 20.
I
Asher's
know,
just gonna
right?
take out his book and just start writing like a healing spell haiku in case.
All right.
Asher just knows his roll immediately. Oh, they're going to smack each other. They're dumb.
Oh! Dropped it. No, come back. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, well, that dice is gone. Okay. I'll get it
Until
later. Oh. This isn't good.
Did you nat 20?
Great.
No.
Okay.
25.
Okay. Trixie gotta go.
Hope Trixie doesn't have any dragon in the bloodline.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Dragon squirrel.
Trixie, this comes flying at you, and you have your braces. You think you're all ready, but the way that
Yeah.
she swings it is not how you expect it. Because I think you're with these bracers, your AC is only 19, right?
21.
21. So
Yeah.
it swings through and it hits you. Roll the damage.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
For some reason, it doesn't add it in
It's
the
not-
D&D Beyond, but
Oh, we'll have to fix it. We can. Did you? You have to hit the attune button.
it didn't show up in my attune. Oh,
Bottom.
it wasn't there before. Never
You-
mind. I thought I
okay.
didn't pick stuff that needed to be attuned. It's fine. Okay, never mind. There it is. Okay.
2 things to put in there. Now you should be good.
Yes, now I see it.
18.
Okay.
18 points of damage.
It's all right. I rolled really well. I literally rolled max health on my 2 levels.
Ooh, nice.
So, yeah. So, I'm
Right,
a
so
little
you-
bit sturdier. Not enough for Tanzanite, but
So you take this hit, take 18 points of damage. Tanzanite, she was talking a big game. What is your reaction to this?
I go, oh shit, sorry.
no,
And then
it's no.
I can heal you. I can give you some. It's a really fancy
Oh,
sword.
it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
I'm like, wait. I'm gonna take out my
Good one.
drinking horn and be like,
Good one.
healing potion. And I'm gonna hand it to her.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm
Well, now
fine.
you have to drink it or it'll be wasted. Just drink it. Drink it. Drink from the toenail.
Drink it. Drink
wish
from
you
the
were maple
toenail.
syrup.
Drink from the toenail. Drink it. Drink it.
The sound of the conversation and the chanting of drink it coming from Tanzanite draws in your 2 previous crew members who
Chad, Billy, hey.
exactly they kind of get caught up in the spirit of this, and they're like, drink it. So you have a chorus of 3 saying drink it.
Chug, chug, chug.
Their names are officially Chad and Billy at this point now.
So I don't know what kind of healing potion this makes. What would the dice be for that? It just says a potion of healing. So
Okay. So the potion of healing, it should have a little clickable there for future. If it doesn't, I will try to make it linked.
2d4 plus 2 hit points.
oh, I guess you would roll that because you drank it. So
You all decide how you're going to do that because I'm not going to micromanage that business.
I think you should because you technically made it.
Yeah.
nine. Heal you for 9.
9.
All right. So you are healed for 9 points. And
Yes, I am, Andy. Yes, I am. Be afraid.
You're squirrel. So you've chugged that bit down, and as the fun of the joking and the laughter kind of subsides as the 2 crew members are sitting there, Chad looks over. So, are we gonna hang out here the whole time, or is there something? I mean, you're kind of important. What you all doing?
I mean, I thought they might send another airship, but I guess if they were going to do that, it would have been here by now. There is some things happening. I've been hearing rumors from.
Oh my god, I've heard rumors.
Have you?
Yeah, what are your rumors?
It's not about me being a pirate queen, is it?
That's fact.
The 2 crew members in the back just look at each other and nod. Fact. You see them cheers their chocolate milk.
I look over my shoulder and I give them death glares.
I'm going to raise like my orange juice, be like, "Hail to the pirate queen."
Roll
to the pirate queen.
Intimidation check with disadvantage now that they both said "Hail to the pirate queen."
Nat 20.
See if he's good. So, despite Asher and Tanzanite doing "Hail to the pirate queen," both crew members just kind of sink back into.
Wait,
the
that's
wall.
with disadvantage? That's impressive.
Oh wait, I didn't do the disadvantage. Hold on.
Oh, disadvantage.
Damn it.
I was going
Give me
to
another one.
220.
Give me another
That's
one.
impressive.
Give me another one.
It's Halloween. You could get it.
No, that's a 2.
That's a 2?
Intimidation. Hold on.
Nearly the opposite.
You hear resounding shouts.
4 total.
4. So yeah, not 2, 4. Yeah, you hear resounding shouts as the 2 crew members take up this call for the pirate queen, and they begin marching out of the space as you are trying to have your ongoing conversation about the rumors that you've been hearing. But every once in a while throughout the keep, you can hear it being picked up by additional folk. The pirate queen.
I hate you.
The pirate queen.
You love it.
No, I don't.
You're feared the world over.
No, they're making fun of me.
I mean, they know you, but someday, being a pirate queen is going to save your life, and you're going to thank us.
Yeah, they're gonna see you and be like, "Oh, she's the dreaded pirate queen."
And then
And
they'll
run.
flee. Yes. It's going to happen.
Pirate
So
Twixie.
wait, Asher, what was your rumors?
I heard there's a big tower that rose out of the mountain where Tiamat came from. So that's probably not good.
Like right after, or like has there always been a tower there?
Like recently.
Ooh.
I have like my little spies everywhere now. I look around to make sure nobody's listening. I'm like, like the bards are sort of sending information back to me through Fawn.
Y'all come up with a name yet?
Not yet. I was thinking about Entertainment Weekly, but I'm not sure.
Entertainment Weekly.
Nah, I don't like it.
The cook comes in and is thinking, EW. Oh, no. Just keeps walking out.
There is an elf cult somewhere that is like created a virus that makes dragons go crazy.
That's what I heard.
There you go. Verified. Where did you hear it from?
I have ears everywhere.
Is that because
I'm just kidding. Chad told me. You'll have to ask Chad how he heard it.
Okay.
I don't trust anything Chad says.
Hey, Chad comes from a long line of Chads who are loyal members of society.
Chad is an Undertonian at this point.
Oh, is he like Chad of the Undertonian Chads?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he?
I'm glad you found someone from back home.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else you got? I've heard a bunch of different things, but I feel like there's probably a lot to do and we should stop.
Well, one of my crew, one of the recon teams that they went through said that they found traces of other humanoid characters, but I'm not sure I'm understanding the full sentence. In the region being cut off below the waves. I'm not sure what that means.
When you look at your map, I think what happens is you look at your map and you grow to understand the idea that not everything that's underwater now was always underwater, and that there was, to the original safe haven that Guns New Hope provided for the people that are here at the Devil of Mary Bard, that there were additional peoples in the Ross Storm Sea and the Amundsen Sea that were in fact not underwater, that they were in shelters of some sort, but those have been submerged, and there are rumors that there's still ways to get to those folks through the underground spaces.
That what they said.
Mm.
I wasn't quite sure how to interpret.
Came through Trixie,
Yeah.
and suddenly.
Okay. Also, there are.
Oh no, that one's funny.
There's like some people that showed up on the coast over on the other side of the Overton side, and they think that Overton sent dragons to attack them because the dragons have been bothering them, so they're like angry and.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? My ears fell off.
You're what?
My horns were falling, so I took my headphones off.
There's
Overton and dragons. and
somebody
they're mad.
landed on the coast out like by Overton. A group of people that think that Overton sent dragons to attack them because they've been attacked by dragons.
Ooh, we should go parlay with them.
I don't know how to get there. We don't have an airship
But we have a
Well,
portal.
we could portal back to.
to Overton, and
Yeah.
I guess
Because then we could always just portal back.
Speaking of the map, okay, yeah, that's a good idea because that's definitely near the coast. Then I heard that
Gosh,
way
you
down.
just all of
Things.
the rumors.
Yeah.
That's such a good system.
I know.
I just have Chad.
Like-
God. Chad,
See,
he's
this is why I don't
trust.
trust Chad. He's not. He only hears one thing.
See,
That's
all
because he's busy doing his job.
all these rumors actually came from Bill.
He's not gossiping.
No, I made that up. Not really. So down, I think like below us, below this city, maybe where the bugs were digging, maybe even lower. There's some evidence of other people. It's sort of, yeah. I think this might be Trixie, what you were talking about. That there's evidence of other people below the waves. Like if you go down far enough, you'll sort of find traces of other people living down there. But I don't think anyone's actually seen the people yet. They're just signs of life down there.
I guess it's weird because, like, I don't know how we would get down there now. Hey, and look, there's a map.
there.
This is the first
the map.
that
The map.
the
The
viewers
world.
are seeing
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh,
what this
viewers,
looks like.
welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to Atland. If you're on audio, sorry.
So for those of you who are here, you can see the Dell of Mary Baird is right here. And
Bottom
then
left.
Guns New Hope in that same zone. Ooh, look what I can do.
Ooh.
Look what I can do.
Ooh.
Look what I can do.
You can zoom.
And they are here on this island where they've taken an airship from, I think, originally Canyonville, or were you?
Yes,
airshipping
we
from
started in
Wolverine?
Yes.
Canyonville.
So Canyonville is over this way. And they are now talking about coming over to Overton, where there's been rumors of kind of a little bit of a raiding situation going on to the small communities in the coastal spaces all along all of these areas. But that is our current world of Atland.
Cool.
Continent they're in.
Where's Zuchi from? Way up on top, right?
Zuchi is up from this area up here, the Larson Island.
Okay.
And I don't think Zuchi actually described this, but Zuchi's actually from Rothara.
I feel like there was time that we probably found that out, like when Zuchi was like, "Hey, I'm going home." We
Yeah.
probably learned like where he was going. We just didn't play that out.
Definitely, sure. Absolutely.
Zuchi disappeared one night, never to be heard from again.
I mean, he did kind of like, I gotta go. It does kind of look like a dragon skull, doesn't it? Opening up to the right,
Oh yeah, it does.
like the
Also,
mouth
the eye
opening
looks
up.
like a heart.
Bum bum.
Oh, Lake Fuji?
Yeah.
So yeah, so let's
Yeah, so I guess our choices right now would be to try to go find the people under the ground, or maybe go talk to the raiders over on the coast by Overton. Oh, I also, one more, I heard there's a navy that showed up at the swamps. Let me show you on the map where the swamps are. Okay, so that's sort of Overton-ish region, so we could maybe also check that out.
Well, I think that the first thing we should do is go talk to these people, because I want to know why they think that Overton sent dragons to attack them. Because that's one, I doubt that's what happened, but if that is what happened, we need to talk to some people.
Yeah, I think it's probably just that the evil dragons are ravaging their lands, but I mean, this might be a chance for more allies.
Yes, and we know what people say about assuming.
Also, nobody had a mask made from that dragon, right?
I didn't. Why?
I heard a rumor that dragon masks are dangerous, but I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's like a group of people with the name dragon masks, or if it means making a mask out of a dragon is bad, or if it means...
I heard that too, but I thought it was just the cook coming up with like a new kind of like recipe idea, like a name for like a dish or something, like a pastry. I don't know.
So if you hear any more details on dragon masks, I guess listen closely for context, because we didn't get any.
I'll keep my ears to the ground.
Your horns to the ground. Okay. Let's go get our stuff and go to the portal, I guess.
So meet at the portal in like an hour?
An hour? How
You need
much
an hour?
time do you need?
You're
An
not
hour?
You're not gonna pack another 100-pound bag, are you?
No.
Are you gonna pack a 50-pound bag?
No. I
Are you
mean,
gonna
it'll
take a bath?
probably be like a solid 15. No, I've learned how to travel light. There's some things I want to do before we head out.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you should tell Bill and Chad that we're gonna go. Maybe they'll want to go to Overton because they seem restless. Maybe we can set them to getting us some new transport.
Aren't they still in here?
Oh, they
No,
left.
they've already left. They left.
No, they went
to-
off cheering the pirate queen.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
They're supporting your cause.
I don't have a cause. I'm causeless.
Maybe you're the pirate queen of your
Of
medical
lost
people.
causes.
Maybe your like medical school is called pirate school, and you're the queen of the pirate school.
Maybe.
You know, it just got lost in translation.
Medicinal piracy. That's the name of your
Yeah.
school. I can name your school. I can't name my stupid park. I'm just gonna like mutter under my breath and walk out of the room. Go get my stuff.
I'm
All right.
gonna semi-follow and head to my room.
So you all divide off into your spaces, Trixie.
I'm gonna stay and see if there's any of the squash flowers left, and pull out a little maple syrup and like put it on the plate and like dip it into the, and then just kind of like
How was
Very
that soup,
Grecian,
by
like-
the way? Was it actually good or no? Because I feel like anything with mushrooms and like underground vegetation, Tanzanite's all about.
I would say that like whereas like most of the other stuff was like a combination of sweet, salty sweet, hearty sweet, this is the nami of all the tastes. And
nice and earthy.
I
Ooh,
would,
mommy.
based on my roles for this particular NPC, they have a deft hand. Not always are their items great, but they like to experiment and they tend to do pretty decent work. But I think the other piece to it is that actually, why don't you just roll an insight check, Tanzanite, since you asked about the soup?
Okay.
I wonder if that one dwarf hides soup in his beard for later.
Oh, nope, wrong button. Good job.
Oh
Jessica.
God, the one with the hair. Oh God.
Technically, he was a
Oh,
dragon, I
that's
think.
not
But
right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
But
12,
next you meet him,
13,
he'll
14.
have a little beard with a little tucked in soup bowl. 14, you said?
14.
Awesome. I think that you've been noticing that the changing menu has of course shifted, and you've realized that the particular soup you had was a outcome of the destruction of the fields above. That normally, and especially at the beginning, there were a lot of variety in foods, but the menus and options have become much more limited. And while you have a very creative chef who was able to make something delicious, food shortages are going to become a problem for the folk of this area. Guns New Hope. But you all head off to your spaces. You take the appropriate amount of time and gather together at the portal. I am assuming without incident, unless there's something anybody wanted to do in that hour of time. Okay.
I'm good.
Asher, you.
Just stock up like all of my little.
There were things I want to do.
Oh, what would you like to do, Tanzanite?
I want to first go back to my room, and I want to use a where are my spells? What the heck is this thing? Oh, there. I want to use a sending spell to Bonnie. And I get 25 words, and I want to say, "Hello, Bonnie."
What?
Oh no!
For audio listeners, she said hello, Bonnie, and then her internet died and she disappeared.
Oh, that is so sad. Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Somewhere Bonnie's just floating around as wind, like, what? Where's the rest?
I can't. Oh my God, that's hysterical.
Hi.
Bonnie's off in the middle of nowhere going,
Yes.
yeah.
We heard hello, Bonnie, and then you just poofed.
I pressed the wrong button.
Oh, you posted. We thought your internet went out.
Oh,
No, because I was on my D&D Beyond,
Oh, yeah.
like getting rid of my one spell slot. So I went to go
Yeah.
press back, so my screen was us, and I hit the exit button, and I literally went.
Oh.
So great. Okay, so you're reaching out to Bonnie. You say,
Okay, so
"Hello, Bonnie."
hello, Bonnie. I miss you terribly and hope you are well. There was a fight, scorched ground. Do you know how to possibly fix it?
There's a bit of a moment, and you hear, "I'm tied here, but if you can protect them, I have someone who might be better. Tell me about the area."
So I'm gonna send another sending spell. And not
Let's use
click
up
out
those
this
spell
time.
slots.
Oh.
So much fun.
While I do this, like, how much of the land would I understand and like comprehend?
I mean, you were all up there in the battle and the destruction of the fields. It was kind of rolling, grassy, low height hills, surrounded by a very mountainous and rugged structure. Like if I pull back up the map, that I'm not going to do that though. The general idea is this tall mountain.
It's like in a valley.
Encircling a valley space that rolls off into eventually a coastal area that's protected by large sand dunes. So it's yeah, you would be able to adequately describe it.
Great. Okay. So I'll send another sending spell, and I'll say, we are headed out for some time. So not sure if we personally can protect, but the land was luscious green hill valley.
My apprentice is too young to go on his own. And not wise to the ways of the world, much like I was. But it sounds like a match.
I'm gonna send one more.
Drain those spell slots.
I am on last spell slot. Please let me know if there is better ways to communicate. We are departing soon, and I don't wish to ask too much. You.
Oh.
Are you okay? Do you all need help? I'm dealing with I gotta allow passage for this army that wants to head to the mountains. Some tower arose or something. Good luck.
Oh man. I can't call her anymore. I'll call her tomorrow. I'm gonna, as I go to the portal, I want to find a window and stick my face out the window and into the wind. I'm gonna go, Buddy! You're amazing and I love you and I'll call you tomorrow. Hopefully this gets to you in the wind.
Nice.
One way to do it.
And then I go to the portal and I'll speak to them in a second once everyone gets there.
All right. Anybody else doing anything in between, or you arrive? Based on your messages, you probably actually you said an hour, but the messages don't take that long, and then you walked over. I feel like you probably got there in plenty of time.
Always keep them guessing.
I don't know if anybody else remembers this commercial.
Babetta baby, the boy.
Oh,
No.
yes.
There was an old TV commercial that
It was for calling collect,
yeah,
right?
for like calling, for 1-800-COLLECT, I think was the brand, and it was like how people would use collect calling because you'd have to announce your name. So you'd say Jason is trying to call, but so instead of saying their name, they would like say the whole message like all crammed together.
Yeah.
So he's
So
like
that
calling
they
everybody,
wouldn't
going,
actually
"Babetta baby, it's a boy."
Bob, they had a baby.
It's
a boy.
Anyway,
You have a baby
And the
in a
bar.
bar.
All right, so you're there at the portal. Jason goes ahead, and I guess you're pulling up the portal, and
I
Oh,
will
You
hey,
say,
have-
hey, Asher.
Hey,
Trixie,
what?
before we leave, I was trying to talk to Bonnie, and she said there's an army heading to that tower that the rumor you heard about. So there's an army heading there. I don't know if that's good, bad, or what, but she was saying how
maybe
she
me
has
or
to.
somebody can tell us more about that.
Yeah, so she's having to let an army pass through her kind of domain. So maybe there's people already kind of taking care of that.
Or they're all
For
about
good?
to get roasted by dragons, but one way or the other. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the circle and be like, somebody once said that you can't go home again, but hey, here we go. And then like, go,
7
go.
seconds. Boom, 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 boom. And you appear at the
Is a basement.
basement level of the tavern of Overton. The tavern that you all went so many years and years ago, that you all met in and hung out for a little bit, had your first taste of maple syrup and
bacon.
gathered together and avoided a certain situation, and bacon. And you're down in this basement area. It's quiet. There's no one here, Asher. You see no one. Things seem quiet in general.
I'm gonna take out my dagger and cast my light cantrip on it. So I can hold it up like it's a torch.
Yep. You see the room revealed in its normal glory. It's wooden beams above and the rock walls along the sides and flagstone earth.
I'm gonna be like, if they're gonna make this the spot for this circle, they really should keep lights in here. And I'm just gonna go upstairs.
Can you not see? Shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Goggles.
See, even the squirrel can see.
Mm-hmm.
So all
That's
three
nice.
of-
That's nice for both of you. I can see fine with my light.
The three of you make your way up and out. The tavern is pretty quiet. It is just. It is just.
I didn't have an
past-
actual dagger. I have this screwdriver on my desk.
Is it a sonic screwdriver?
No, it's
So messy. It is slightly past noon here. You have traveled back in time zones, and the sun is high in the sky. But it's Overton. It's Overton and Underton. It's always got a little bit of busyness. There is a distinctive military presence now that wasn't always visible in this way before. And there seems to be a dearth of young folk. But people are still selling things. People are still buying things. There are still some children present, but not as many as in previous experiences. and the sounds of training, especially as you're at this particular area in the center of Overton, it's kind of ring through the air as some of the market spaces behind the taverns have been turned over to training fields, and the market square itself has become a place of military use and significance as convoys are prepared. The various guilds having been recruited into supporting and supplying, and all coming under the banner of one of your favorite local and not so local merchant consortiums, as you see GB has been placed as a sub brand, almost like trademark on brands that we deal with along every inch of real estate.
Question.
Yes.
Tanzanite hasn't personally been back here at all yet, right?
That's for you to decide.
Okay, yeah. Because in our bit of solo traveling, she would have been like with the gods trying to like do all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Easy enough to have that be your prehistory. So, first time back in Overton. I'm thinking for Trixie, she's been here a few times.
Syrup refills.
Not even that, just, you know.
She had to go out and visit mom and tap some trees for sap, you know.
But the city is yours, unless you're going to head out immediately, or...
I'm going to go to... Do we have like a military contact or something here that we could ask for like transport?
Of what kind?
Like a mount or a boat or something?
Do we need to like check in with Nee at all or anything?
I feel like if you name your guild the Liars Guild, that's not a way to get people to tell you things.
Oh, but what about
But
loots
it's-
and liars, but Lyers?
Yeah.
So it's but you spell it like lute, like the instrument, and liars.
That's actually good.
Yes. All credit to Andy fans. There it is.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, so you all, I'm gonna let Asher think about it, but I'm sure that this might be the thing. You all are making your way to Nee or to military contacts, which...
Is Trixie's dad back yet, or is he missing, or is he just on a mission? Like, I don't know if that was ever made clear.
He was going on a mission.
But it was like, it wasn't necessarily that it was secret, but it was like really far away.
It was so far away.
And it was actually one of the things that I wanted to try to do during downtime, but it just kind of got overshadowed by all of the not meth making.
Okay.
So
By her Breaking Bad moment.
yeah, by me turning into Walter White.
Trixie's Potion Consortium.
So I didn't get the chance to go look for him, so I'm not sure I have the most up-to-date news on him anyways. I mean, I would certainly be willing to ask around, but I don't have anybody specific in terms of the military, unless... Is the drill instructor still around?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to try to go find them, go ahead and roll a reconnoitering. Let's call this your... I want to put a little bit of chance in this about whether or not they're around in this moment.
Okay.
So you decide how you think it would be best for you. Is it like a memory thing of like where did he hang out? Is it a tactics thing? Like what? How would Trixie seek to find the old drill instructor?
I mean, you mentioned that there were sounds of training. Is there also like yelling accompanying the training, or is it just like
Oh,
the
yeah.
clashing of? Then she would be listening for that particular voice.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a perception check. If you have any advantage to audio-based perceptions, go ahead and.
I don't know if we ever established that, even though I really, really want her to because she has ears. Like, because squirrels have good hearing. They don't have great eyesight, at least not at night, but they do have good hearing.
Go ahead and just roll it straight then, because I think we gave the
Perception. That is a 27.
Awesome. So as
Advantage.
you,
27.
I literally set it as a mid-range DC. So I was thinking, DC at 10. She rolls less than that, dude's gone. Rolls higher than that, she hears the voice and has a hard time finding it. But with the 27, you hear it and you turn, ears swivel, like making eye contact, but it's ear contact, and then your eyes slowly catch up. And you see him at the center of the square, not more than 400 feet away from you, putting a group of what looks like young recruits through the beginning paces of their training.
I do like a little like, so I know that guy.
Okay. Do you think he knows like who's in town, like needs here, or if
Probably.
dad
I
or
mean, well,
somebody?
yeah. I mean, he was second in command under my dad, so
Oh, that guy. Oh, that guy.
yeah. But you know
I'm gonna
what?
stay over here.
Okay. Will you come with me?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, fine if we're all going.
No, you said you didn't want to go.
So
Tracy just
I
rolled her
perk up
eyes and
just a little bit extra, and I pull my big sword, make sure it's shown.
So the three of you approach Asher. I'm assuming just a little bit behind Trixie and Tanzanite from the Reluctance. And he's standing there very focused on his young recruits.
Just do a little like a.
He turns, his face looking like it's going to be one of fury. And suddenly that drops and he stands at attention.
Please don't. Please, that's weird. That's weird. Please don't. Addie's,
Hello,
please.
thank you.
Addie's, please.
Ma'am. And he relaxes just a tiny bit and he snaps his fingers at the young recruits who like scramble to get to an attention space as they were starting to like put together the pieces. And you can see one trips over their plate boots that are just not quite on correctly, and another one drops the halberd that they were just practicing with, clanking another one on top of the head, and his glare just rakes over them, and you see two of them just shiver, making a shivering noise in their little armor as it goes. And then he turns back to you and says,
I'm just gonna look over at their crews, be like,
"Ma'am,
just wink at
how
them.
may we serve?"
Still weird. These new recruits they're shaping up. They're not, I was much worse.
Never, ma'am. You were always the finest. You can see a corner of his cheek is just like twitching a little bit as he glares at his recruits.
And
They
I like
could desperately dream to live up to your example.
I peek over like around him over his shoulder and look at them and I'll be like, he's pulling your chain. Just so you know.
You can see like a glint of that ferociousness and that fury that he has, that he aimed your way but held back as he realizes that things have changed, and he's sitting there like that. There's that consternation effect going on as he's like, she's undermining my authority, but she has way more authority than I do at this point.
And then I lean over and I go, but don't worry, he's the best at what he does. You're in good hands.
You see his shoulders drop a little as his neck extends up a little bit further. His chest rises.
Has there been any news of my father? Has he
We have not heard from your father. We would have expected something by now,
Okay.
and it does cause concern. We did have to send a force up. There's some sort of tower has arisen. There is another. People are insane. There's some sort of raiding going on. We hear tale of a navy has arrived in the swamp and is establishing some sort of camp there. And
So we came to kind of help out with some of these problems. Which one is most urgent?
well, these individuals who are just raiding our shores, the trade is ground to a halt. Ships don't dare leave. It's acts of piracy, but apparently there's some sort of cause.
I know a
behind it
pirate
all.
captain.
She
might be able to help.
You see his eyes just widen in like a small bit of horror. The pirate. He rolls his lips back. That I am sure you speak of could handle anything. He swallows deeply, his throat just bobbing as he swallows. It is too bad that she refuses her titles.
It is. I agree.
I agree. Wise words from a wise man.
Indeed.
The recruits hearing this, you just see them all start whispering and falling out of discipline as they look and turn and look at Trixie, and their eyes grow wide.
But if that is one of the more urgent concerns, we could certainly help with that in any way we can.
You add value anywhere you go. You are amongst the only resources that have made major change in recent time.
We also heard that there was a group that recently came here claiming that they'd been attacked by dragons and that they were accusing us of sending them.
Mm-hmm.
I think, well, that's the
I
Raiders,
believe
right?
that these are one and the same.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought that it was two separate groups. Well, all right.
Well, there is another group that has established themselves in the swamp that is
Right.
apparently some organized navy, but the ones disrupting trade and destroying small seaside towns is apparently seeking revenge for our launching of dragons on their shores.
So,
Do we know where they're from or what dragons have actually attacked them?
No one has been able to make contact yet.
All right.
is it just that they attack? They don't accept envoys?
We've not been able to track them down.
Got it. Can you over this way?
He shouts at his people. They like kind of pull themselves together a little under his shout, and he goes off with you a bit.
I'm assuming I know the answer, but like, we don't, besides like the dragon, we don't have any other dragons, right? Like besides the one that used to live under Underton?
I'm not cleared for that, ma'am. But yes, that's...
So we didn't send any dragons.
No, we don't.
Okay. That's what I thought. Listen. They
really have that one either, but
that's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying we have her. I'm just saying like that we are allied with, that we are affiliated with, that we would,
I've heard rumors not long after your recent encounter where your ship was destroyed. And you see him kind of laugh a little bit, like he's you can see that there's a little bit of like a your fault, your ship moment that he's having, but he's holding it back. Was destroyed by a dragon, and those other dragons were with the major encounter problem that we're having. They flew over several cities, including here, but they were chased off by a group of dragons. So
Yes. Yes.
no, I
So
mean here they were chased off by a group of dragons.
well,
Seven.
now I'm just confused.
I'm not.
They barely arrived, and 7 dragons arrived right after, chasing them off into the.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Okay, so so yes, those are allies. Okay, but they
Are these dragons that you know of? Because they're not official allies of ours.
They are actually. They're connected to the underground city down on the island that we just came from.
So they're allies of guns.
Yes.
It's good that you've negotiated with those people. They seem to have more resources than we knew.
They're
We'll need to solve the transportation issue, but
they're struggling for food. I don't know if that's something. What our food stocks look like here.
we have quite an abundance. The problem is getting them out with the.
all right. Well, first the raiders.
Maybe also start exploring tunnels that go down and in that direction out of Underton. Like we've heard rumors of that there may be more complex networks of tunnels and maybe even other races of people living down there. So, or societies of people.
That would give our young new recruits something to do. They're not ready yet for the defensive structures.
Yeah, just like scouting would be great. Like we may be able to connect our two cities underground.
In charge of the city defenses, so this seems like a reasonable exercise of my authority, as advised by. And he gestures to the 3 of you, your great eminences.
Okay. If just as a personal favor, do you think you could maybe mark up either if we have like some notes or maps on the last whereabouts of my father, if I could maybe get a copy of those. And then for us, for the raiding, for dealing with the raiding parties, we're going to need some sort of transportation just to get over there. And this is
Also,
go ahead.
Sorry. Any notes that you have regarding this? Whatever logs you may have. I know you said you weren't able to locate them, but whatever information you do have would be greatly appreciated.
I have an officer who can share their reports.
Reports, yes.
I think we'll need a boat or like some sort of land
what
mounts.
Would you recommend
like
as the fastest way to get?
I don't know if there's another airship available. That might be the most efficient way to find them.
Well,
I also don't know if they'll give us another airship
they
to be in charge of.
Well, we
2
didn't
of the
destroy
airships up to that tower. There are 3 still under construction in Canyonville. 2 went down in the Legend Ice Bay region. We have the one here for defensive purposes. It's not really meant for travel anyways. Nee is up in Canyonville working on the other. We have one somewhere in transit between here and those less than helpful Newson people up in the Larson Islands. And one is in use with a group that's up in some town named Macro, but nothing else available here. We do have plenty of sailing
I guess
vessels.
we could use the old flying trick. The rock sees really well from really far.
Oh, you mean you?
Unless Trixie
Oh.
wants to do it.
I mean, we could do that. I feel like that's not necessarily a great way to kind of talk to these people.
I mean, we just have to
people.
find them before we can talk to them. So that could be a good way to find them.
I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
Do you two want to figure out transportation, and maybe I could go speak with the one who has more reports of like maybe where to start,
Okay.
where to go, and then we can reconvene.
All right. Let's meet back at the tavern in maybe an hour, and then we'll go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, as you'll make your preparations, reach out to the people that you're reaching out to, finding out what's going on, we're going to go on break for 15 minutes.
Potty break.
So thank you for joining us. We will be back in 15 minutes, which means we will not be back 15 minutes past the hour. That means we will be back at 10 before?
10
Is that 10 before?
10
10 to, yeah.
10
Yeah.
to.
Perfect.
Goodbye for now.
TTFN.
Okay. Run that beautiful bean footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. I haven't heard that in ages.
Oh,
Whatever happened to Bush's baked beans?
Don't
It's definitely
know.
still around. I eat them.
Yeah, they still make commercials with the dog. I'm pretty sure it's not the same dog. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen any.
All right.
And we're back. Welcome back to Probability of Demise, the podcast where nothing happened in the first half that you need to concern yourselves with, Pirate Queens notwithstanding. Sorry, I just totally flipped at this point.
Can't hear you, Jess. Are you muted?
Yo, I'm
I
muted.
said we're reversed.
I know.
Oh, we did flip his.
There
There
you
you go. Nice, Jason. All right. We
I think
are
it just drops you in whatever order you add them back, add everybody back into the stream. So that's why it changes, if you're wondering.
Oh. Well.
Thank you, Andy.
Okay, so everybody pick up a squirrel and see what happens. It is that beautiful time where Larissa gets to share the. How do you want to describe this? How do you describe your?
Did you forget that you had to read it? I sent it to you on Discord.
So clear your throats, cleanse your palates, because this will either be hilarious
Hang on.
or not. Also going to spotlight the queen in this moment.
Hold on. Oh, there's notes. There's notes.
Blocking, I guess. Kind of.
Dear God. Okay. All right. All right. Have your dentist told you that you grind your teeth and given you one of those unsightly mouth guards? Do roommates, significant others, and perfect strangers rush into your room in the middle of the night just to laugh at your goofy-looking mouth smelling? Well, not anymore. It's time to glam up your grandy grin with the latest product from POD Technologies. Choose from any of our hundreds of designs, including gold and silver teeth grills, toothless gums, vampire fangs, orc canines, pirate queen with dagger teeth, corn on the cob, mimic mouth, and more. Just listen to this testimonial from one satisfied customer. Get your new glitter guard from PLD Technologies. This product has not been evaluated by the FDA and may be dangerous to your dental health.
That was
Amazing.
beautiful. That was beautiful.
Bravo.
I'm sorry that I'm sorry that I probably was not as engaging, but that was what we call a cold read.
Oh yeah, the
I was trying.
cold.
Did you see me try? I was trying to make my head into the mimic logo.
Oh, other way. Other way.
Oh yeah,
Other way.
other side of your screen.
To your left.
Oh,
There you
right.
go.
He's got
Yeah.
the flip.
All right, I have it
he
reversed. I can't.
flips it so he doesn't freak himself out. There you are. Perfect. I had no idea what you were doing before, but that's great. So welcome back. We are back with Probability of Demise. Thank you for our little ridiculous. What?
I'm very big.
Oh yes, I'm leaving you here like this forever now.
No.
Oh, shuffled you into the wrong spot. All the lostness.
I'm so discombobulated. Oh, who's got the sirens now? Is that you, Jess?
Yeah, that's no worries. I like the sounds of the sirens. It's reminding me of home.
The sound of
Please, please,
sirens.
Also, what happens when you live next to a hospital? So,
I'm just glad I don't have a rooster near me anymore.
aww. R.I.P. Elvis.
Totally. Totally. That little nugget is toast. But welcome back to Probability of Demise. We are ready to get started with the second session. And we are at a state where you have done what you always do, as I think is your unhealthy thing. So let's start with Tanzanite.
I still got sirens. You may want to skip me.
Oh no, I need those noises.
Okay,
For
hopefully,
good backtrack.
hopefully they'll stop. They seem to
So-
have stopped now.
You are going after the officer who has the reports and going to go find out more information from them. You're easily
Yes.
able to locate them. They are actually currently stationed in your old home, or at least outside the door of your old home. Your door has been barred and sealed. And you are
You mean my home as in my literal home, or my home
Yeah.
as in like the underground city?
literal home.
And he's just standing in front of it?
Mm-hmm.
I came to speak to you regarding some reports, but what?
Ah!
Why are you in front of my house?
It's great to see you. I guess we can unlock this thing if you're home again and give you space here. But wait, what? Why is it locked?
It's just, why are you here?
We found it was important to protect the homes of your folks. You know, the great heroes of the past and the future. And there's nobody here, so there's nobody. I mean, your ma, your da, they're all.
What about my siblings? Where are they?
Well, 4 of them. Well, some went with your ma. The rest went with your da.
Huh.
Were we?
Oh, okay. Okay. Great.
Yeah. So,
Now you can pick up the rest of your tiaras.
I'll go ahead and open this up for you, ma'am. You said you were here for me, though. Why would you come?
I actually
I'm
don't
just a-
need you to unlock it. I don't actually need anything from in there.
He puts the key back in and
Personal
locks
growth.
it. All right.
But I came to speak to you regarding the folks. I was told you have the most up-to-date reports regarding the group of people who think we sent dragons after them.
Yes, I was tracking them for quite a while, but I got a little.
Can you hear them talking?
Really-
Yes.
That's really echoey in Underton.
It's just the noises of the underground.
Is the cops on the thing?
I think so.
Are they trying to get people to move?
I think so.
City life.
You will want the reports. I'm not the best at keeping track of things. I submitted the 1 copy, but I didn't really do the thing I was supposed to do with the 2nd copy, where I kept a copy. But I can tell you everything I know. I've been the one in charged with following them all down. I'm just down here giving one of my proteges a break.
Well, that's great. Sure. I can write down whatever reports you may have if you remember them. I'll pull out a piece of paper. Be like,
So on the first voyage, when we were tracking them down, we found out that they hadn't really gotten to New Belgrano yet. You know, those people are uncanny there in New Belgrano. But they had kind of we assumed that they would be going for New Belgrano, being as it was on the way, and they had taken out a couple of small of those farmer outposts, and then as soon as they got through some of those smaller farmer outposts, we just waited in New Belgrano thinking they were going to come through there, but they didn't come through there, and I don't understand why they didn't come through there. It doesn't make sense at all, because we were all set up there ready to take them out, but they may just have, I don't really have a good reason why they may have misspelled New Belgrano, but then they hit up a couple places a little bit further east of New Belgrano, closer over, to here, over to Overton, and couldn't track them quite down because when they hit up the place there, we were going to cut them off. Of course, we were a little bit late because people on those land leagues, they can't seem to get there that fast. As soon as we saw them come over from that way, we headed off into the islands thinking that's where we're going to go hit them up and see where they were at. Of course, since we got out into these islands, it's just a mess out there. You can't find anything. And so we turned around and came back on over, and we kind of moved our way down. We saw they stopped. It stopped just short of the forest. I hear one of your friends is the one who's in charge of them forests. Now, if I say the people who knew about Grotto are uncanny, those forests are way more uncanny than that. But it doesn't matter that much. We got back over here, and we kind of came along the peninsula, and we came in through the strait back into Overton Bay. Thought we'd scoop around and just side out in case they'd come in instead of going out, and nothing along the Fisherton Ruins, nothing along the New Farms. Came back in Overton. We're fixing to get ready and going out again.
and where were you going to head this time?
Well, as soon as they pulled through all of the spaces and kind of hit the bay pretty heavily. We're thinking that maybe they're coming over through the mountains, or maybe they could even hit the Rostorm Sea area. They may not know that there's not much people out there, but if they know where peoples are, if they actually know what they're doing, they'll probably try to go up north and hit those ruins, the complex in the Legend Ice Bay. If they go to Legend Ice Bay, well, I hear rumor that there's a little navy out there, so that may solve the problem all by itself. They may just take each other out. So if they go up into that area, anywhere south of Conan, apparently is a dangerous zone to be in, because that navy, I don't trust that they're going to do anything but protect themselves. Big group of military ships is what we'd do. But of course, if they hit up a little bit north of there, then there could be some problems. Because if they hit up a little bit north of there, they're looking up getting into Troll. There's some small communities up in that way. We don't know much about that droning area, but that's kind of where all those folks live in New Swiwa and Maitra. And we're trying to connect with those folks.
Where was that last one you're trying to connect with them?
Oh, all the folks in droning. That general area. Not sure that's the proper term for that area. That might be not the name of the peoples gave it, but maybe more the names of our map makers and cartographers given it. So it may not be exactly what we think it is. Got to be respectful of the locals. We learned that really quick back when we were looking at the Mare Beardland.
Now, they said that they've basically halted trade. How are they impeaching on that trade?
Well, our merchants don't want to be going out into trading if they're going to go get raised. No ships coming back, not good signs for the merchants. Our merchants ain't willing to budge. If our merchants ain't willing to budge, we ain't getting no trade. Now, I heard the good tale that we have a little bit more of those flying ships coming around, but I don't trust that flying ship business. That just doesn't seem like it's going to work. It's a dangerous thing. I hear they catch fire real easy. So I just don't feel like that's a safe bet for anybody to be taken. So if I was being a considerate merchant, I'd either go and stick with the land processes, or I'd go with the sea processes. But that flying processes, that just seems a little bit uncanny to me. And that's just something I don't want to be doing. I want to be safe with it. You know what I mean?
Now, but at one point, ships went out to go trade, and they just never returned.
Oh, yes, and then they never hit the places where they're supposed to go. So we got a few of those people who got those mind powers like we heard you all have. And we got a few of those people who got mind powers, and especially up in that area where that one fellow went, that fellow that, I can't remember their name, but that place where they go, the place with this, like, of your people down here. And they live over there, and that Larsanium, I don't know, but it's the Lars place. And all those Larsians, they all had good mind brain people too, and they said that the trade never arrived. So we've been actually had a little bit of a problem with them. And the other thing that was happening recently is we heard how'd you get over here again?
A portal.
You got mind powers and portal powers.
Well, I don't have the portal
uncanny
powers.
As uncanny can get, but if you talk about the uncanny of the uncanny can get, the people that the place you work with, the place you were hanging, those people, they send over a message that they need some trade too, and we can't send anything. And they said that they're saying something, but that we never got it, never got right here, and we don't know what's going on. But of course, we just talked about maybe just traveling straight through the mountains, and apparently they're really good at tunnels. So if they can get straight through the mountains, then they'll be able to get here, and we won't have to deal with any of this problem anymore. We'll just avoid the whole thing by going all underground. Of course, if you're going to go underground, that means you're going to go into the Rostorm Sea, which seems like it's a bit more of the uncanny sort, if you get what I'm saying with the uncannies.
That was a lot of information, but I think I understood all of it, believe it or not.
Good on you, mate. Hey, my kidlet's over here. He's coming over I'm going to go get on my ship. If you want to ride over that zone, or you want to join us on our little expedition over there, we're going to take them out one way or another. You can join with us, and we'll be going on over there and getting another thing in there. Hey, Thomas, get over here. You got to protect the store. I got to go. Hey,
wait. First, can I have the key to the apartment, and I'll leave the key with your guy. Where did you say to meet you if we decide to join you? And when?
Down at the docks, my boat.
And when?
About I really like to leave today.
Just today. All right.
If you say you're going to join us, we'll be ready. They're ready to pick you up.
Well, I'm not sure if we'll be joining you. I'll send a messenger to you to let you know either way.
Well, we leave with a tide either way.
Great, wonderful. The keys, please.
Oh yeah. And you. opens a pouch, and you can see like 6 of the same key. Do you want all of these, and we're going to just lock it up and all that? or do
Can you
want-
just let me in, and then I can, lock on the way out from, the
Oh,
inside?
here you go, Tommy. He hands the whole key ring to Tommy, this pallid-looking elf that looks like one of your people, who takes it somewhat disdainfully and then looks over at you and nods his head and unlocks the door. And now, Tommy, yeah, I know who you really are. So you just get up there, and we won't get talking about that. So I'm going to raise you up right. You're not going to be one of these hoity-toity ones. And as he turns and
Tommy, one of the
he
Chad brothers.
continues to kind of like have this verbal diarrhea as he's walking away, and the individual who's unlocking the door freezes. Ma'am, I apologize. He's taught me many wonderful things about the surface, but he tends to be a bit verbose. He unlocks and unrings one of the keys and hands you the key. We changed the locks to protect your family's possessions.
Well, thank you. I
Of course.
will only be a few moments, and then I will let you lock back up when I leave.
And so the guardianship remains in my care.
I want to go in, and I basically just want to quickly browse and see if, like, anything was left. Like, maybe, like, someone left a letter, or if it's the exact same.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, okay. Investigation. Oh, it's only +1, so 17.
Okay. With a 17, you actually you remember a lot of the locations that your mother and father kept different things and different objects and different little bits and pieces. Your dad's not around right now. He's up in Canyonville with some of your siblings, and they're all working up there right now. So knowing your father, knowing that he's probably whatever notes or anything he would have, there's not much to update. But your mother's belongings have been undisturbed a little bit longer than that. You can see a little bit of dust on everything. And with a 17, you notice a bit of her drawer seems to be, it doesn't make sense physically why it's this way it's set up. It's not the right length for the space that it's in.
I will certainly go look at that then.
Giving it a glance over, just the wrong size. There's something here. It's too small for this. Every other drawer makes sense. This one doesn't.
Can I open the drawer? Take it out, see what's
Yeah.
in it, see if there's anything in the shelf area.
You open the drawer, you pull it out, and after you remove it and you look, you can see that there's a chunk of wood that seems to extend much further than it needs to. It's not structurally useful.
I'm gonna just reach in and try to grab it,
Okay.
or touch it, or see
roll
what.
a dexterity saving throw.
It's a mimic.
Don't be a mimic. Don't be a mimic. Don't be a mimic. Ooh, okay. So that's not awful. Dexterity. And you said a saving throw?
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. So 18?
Awesome.
Is that
you
right,
just
math?
made
15,
it.
16, 17, 18. Yeah.
So you reach in there and you're reaching to grab this thing, and you hear a ka-dunk. And because you hear that noise, it's just enough warning for you to withdraw your hand before you see gear just flip over and a sharp bladed object stab into the place where your hand would have been.
Mm-hmm.
Green drips slowly from it.
Ooh.
Oh, good. Good job, Mother. Okay. Is there a way to? I mean, I'm not a rogue or anything, but is there a way to, like, now that it's kind of been activated, kind of undo it and see what this is hiding?
Oh, of course, of course. Are you skilled in tinkering tools or anything like that? Then can I just have you do a sleight of hand check?
Hit it with your sword.
Ooh, baby. Okay, okay.
Ooh, ooh, baby, baby.
So wait, what am I doing? I got excited by my
Sleight of
roll.
hand.
Sleight of hand. Gonna go to the S's. Sleight of hand +3. Got 19, 19, 22, and 22.
All right, awesome,
Forget about
amazing
it.
roll. So you get to monkeying in there and figuring things out, and you, in the process of disassembling this trap that was placed there, the box that's behind it, the wooden chunk, drops down, and you can hear it clattering into the drawer just beneath the drawer you had opened, and you quickly are able to pull that open, find this little chunk of material, and it's a folio of letters of correspondence. And the first one is directed towards your mother. These are all written towards your mother. And it seems to be written not too long after your original disappearance. And the signature at the bottom is what stands out to you, because what stands out to you is the sentence, "Yours in service to our mistress of shadows, Tiamat." And that's the first of the letters.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna grab all those and go find my friends.
Man.
Okay. So you have put in your inventory that you have a stack of these letters for later investigating more in detail. All right. So let's go over to Trixie. Did Trixie and Asher stay together, or did
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trixie and Asher.
Yeah.
It has been a while. It has been a hot minute. What are you two up to?
I mean, we were just trying to figure out if we were going to do the rock thing or.
Here's a question. Could I fly far enough to see? No, because it's like a 4-day sail, right? To get out of the bay or to get out of like the lake where the strait is.
In the small boat that you were in previously, it was a 4-day. There are different means of propulsion and such now. I think that Trixie, based on your exploratory spaces, and Asher, based on those that you've sent out to various locations around Atland, I think both of you would be aware that you can cut that time in half with the right ship, down to a 2-day trip to get out of the bay. As a rock, you can't fly across it within the scope of the spell. So there would be some problems there. So you'd have to fly around the bay, which would extend your travel time total, and possibly take longer because of having to circumnavigate.
Okay. So I think what we should do is try to find out if the guards are going to look for them, or if there's like patrols going out that we could join, and then when we get across the lake, I could fly around and see if I see anything. Like I could fly down the shore.
Yeah,
Or we
it
could
might.
do like when we were traveling, like every day we can just go a little further.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe. Well, if we do end up working with people here. Sorry, just checking on the dog. It's making noises. You okay? Gonna make it? Okay, we're good. I wonder if if we are able to work with people here, that we will, what if we, okay, we take a boat with them, or at least like in collaboration with them. Maybe we have our own boat, I don't know. And then once we get to like wherever they last saw them, or like wherever they plan to go, then you can transform. But I think maybe Tanzanite should go with you, because then she can let us know. So confused. Ah!
It's my fault because
Sorry.
Jason was doing it first and he was taking care of business, and
It's like the cup game. Like
Which cup is Jess under?
anyways, so yeah, we take a boat with maybe a patrol or whatever, like what we can ask if there's anybody, and then when we get there, you transform. And I think Tanzanite should go with you, because then she can let us know if there's on the ground, if you guys see anything, and like maybe let us know where to go. Or but also, I guess the other thing is I'm not sure I necessarily want to attack these people. I feel like it's been a big misunderstanding. I kind of want to talk to them. So but if people here are like intent on attacking them, then I think that's a conversation we need to have, because I don't necessarily think.
I mean, I feel like if we were on the boat, they will probably do what we say. I mean, look at how your former teacher responded to us.
Yeah, but still,
Like if we tell them that we're not looking to pick a fight right away, like they should hopefully respect that.
I guess. I mean, they may have higher orders than me even, so that's my only concern. I guess we can ask, see if they say
could
anything.
you really quickly, as you're standing here, roll a perception check?
Who's eavesdropping?
I'm eavesdropping.
24.
21.
Asher,
Can't
just
get anything
slightly
past them.
before Trixie notices this, you notice this. So it's like moments. There's a very small child at Trixie's waist, of her people as well, squirrel folk, whose hand is reaching out for Trixie's tail. And just as she's about to grab Trixie's tail to pull a little fur off, you both notice what she's about to do. How do you respond?
I'd be like, hello.
Ah!
Can I like try to turn around quickly and like scoop them up, but not in a like aggressive way, more like a gotcha kind of like a
Yes.
playful way?
Go ahead and roll athletics check, I think. Nice reuse of that one.
Fair. What is athletics? That is a 22.
Awesome. You grab and scoop up this small squirreling person, and they squeal, but it is a squeal of pure delight and fear mixed together. She's got me.
Oh
Just-
no, the fearsome pirate queen has got you. She caught you trying to catch her tail. What are you going to do?
And as you say that and reveal this friendly space, Asher, you witness a horde of children of all various overturning lineages converge and start squabbling over something. It's hard to make out, but Asher, with your ability to navigate crowds and everything, you hear things like, "Can we get your signature? Just a tuft, just a tuft. Can you sign my..." And then various iterations on my jerkin, my sleeve, my hand, my nose. Your young fandom has arrived.
Like for both of us or just for Trixie?
Both of you.
Oh, okay.
You
Just
are
Trixie for the
quite
pirate queen.
literally, Asher, exposed to some of the worst slam poetry you've ever heard.
I don't know. He's exposed to his own every day, so
There's this chaotic moment, and then fairly quickly they almost self-organize. One of the features of Overton in recent years has been the need to follow rules and create order within chaos. And you have a meet and greet line stretching off.
All right. I'm gonna take the little one and I'm gonna like settle down crisscross applesauce on the ground, and I'm not going to sign anything. I'm not giving any fur, but I will take the time to sit and talk to each and every person that wants to talk to me.
Man, that would take even longer than just signing stuff.
yeah. I'm gonna like just
You're signing.
maybe I'm writing a little haiku on each one.
Nice. Asher, somebody comes up to you with a small little pamphlet and these aren't official. I don't know if this is a bad thing, but these are your collected works. I'm so impressed with your abilities and your. Would you sign? And they hand you a journal if you wish to look at it.
I would like to look through it and make sure they're actually mine.
You look through it, and there's some that are definitely weird and wackadoo that weren't yours, just like random things you've probably said even on accident. But what you do realize is that it's a documentation of the spells you've cast in public, where other people are, including the materials you've used, the way you've moved your hands, and you see that this is the formation of a beginning spell book.
They like sign it and then like look around like who's watching me do all of this stuff.
The
There
young
you go.
the young person, when you hand it back to them, they look at it. Oh, thank you so much. And as you kind of give them a second look, you realize that they're probably just a little older than they appeared at first. They're just into their teens, and as they walk away, you can hear them say one of your trademark phrases as they make the spell book glow with light. And they hold it up in front of them and walk away, having cast light on the spell book.
All right.
Yeah, you're stuck there for a long time if you let it happen. It's up to you all how long you are willing to be there, and then when you try to.
I mean, when it gets to be about close to an hour, I would say, okay, Trixie's got to go.
If you are willing to wait an hour, the clientele changes significantly over that time. You actually have adults coming up and getting requests for their signatures, for your signatures on things for Asher, and you have some beginning students of medicine come to you, Trixie, for advice and for information, and every single one requests that you sign their herbal pouch, but as you're not signing things, they seem to go a little crestfallen, but also excited and whispering to their friends, "Did you hear what she said about and then if you mix this and that?" And a couple of young warriors leave doing like some moves that you may have talked about how to do, and she can run straight up a tree. Various little things going on like that, but if you're willing to wait for an hour, that gives enough time for things to die down that it's not too hard to extricate yourself. And Tanzanite, you arrive while they're in the midst of this, probably not too long after they get started, but 30-45 minutes into their meet and greet.
And then probably bring.
I just kind of stood off to the side and watched them with everyone.
I want you to roll a stealth check.
I'm not necessarily hiding, but I don't proclaim that I'm there either.
I know.
Ooh, I'm rolling good, guys.
Are you wearing your armor?
No, wasn't it? Would it?
Her,
We
it
got
doesn't matter now
Your-
because of her
yours doesn't-
shadows.
yeah.
Yeah, you got the shadows.
So 21.
Nice.
Yeah, you just get to witness everything. One person does spot you. It's one
I
of
give
your
a wink.
when you give them a wink, they actually you give them that wink, and the next moment you can't see them anymore, and then they appear at your side very quietly, almost like you do, and they whisper to you, "Mistress, your word is spreading, and we will take care of the doubters."
Good. Sit with me a while and let us watch.
She sits down and says, "So, is this part of the practice to observe those before their departures?"
Yes.
I will let it be known. We are to enjoy life
Yes.
through the gaze of death.
I then want to. I don't know if I can actually do this. I don't know how much control of like the shadows I have, but if I can be like, psst, go like, make yourself known to her. I don't know if I can do that.
Just roll a really quick religion check just to see how much this is happening, and just know that the DC is pretty low, but I do scale it for this.
That's fine. That was still another great roll.
Jeez.
25.
Wow.
This is my favorite die.
That was a natural 20?
No, it was a 19 plus
19, okay.
something.
Plus
6.
Okay, so that's a lot higher than I was even thinking at all. So you kind of like unknowingly around what your shadow connections can do. One of them forms that only you can see as a full being and says, "It would be my privilege to serve your acolyte," and detaches itself from the maelstrom of shadow that is yours and attaches itself to her shadow. And you now have a bonded acolyte.
What?
You may now send her once a day a sending spell message, and she can do the same consequences to you.
Oh.
I want to
Consequence.
consequence of my actions now. I want to lean over and go, young one, what is your name?
In your service, we go without.
That
Is that
seems like a
wrong?
new. No, certainly not wrong, but
We are your...
how about before this? What were you known as?
Penelope?
It's a lovely name.
It was, but one I gladly left.
May I still call you Penelope?
If that is your wish. Stupid name generator.
I like Penelope.
I like the name
No.
too.
I just was putting in things. Now I have to type in a name. It's a long name to type in.
Penny.
I also want to say to her, now, I don't recall saying anything regarding names. Do you remember who passed that down?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think it was one of the folks you've shared we could listen to. And she frowns a little bit. And I gotta find my thing here. There is done.
Oh no, wait. Okay, there. Sorry. Say that again. I froze for a second.
Oh, there is Dune, is what she said.
Now, does Tanzanite recognize that name at all? Because Jessica does not.
Oh, yes, this is one of your allies.
Okay.
You know Theris Dune as the some of the names you might have known them by is the Chained God, and they may have even introduced themselves as the Elder Elemental Eye, and that they are a supporter of the eternal darkness. They are also one of the ones most likely to engage in not above board sorts of activities. And I think what probably attracted them to you in the first place, or they were attracted to you in the first place, was that they are associated with shadows.
Cool.
Cool.
They always seem to be slightly crazy, though, which might be where they started this thing about your belief system.
Well, I don't want to undermine anyone.
Heck,
Penelope.
You.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if you don't go by names, how do you identify one another?
We're all shadows.
But even shadows have things that are their own.
Or they can become things of someone else's.
That's also very true.
I am your shadow forever and always. But I can also pretend to be someone else's shadow when you need me.
Stay true and strong.
As you say that, you can see the little shadow that attached to her kind of like surges for a moment. And then she looks at you with bright eyes and she smiles, and then she's gone, disappeared into the shadows of the building that you're in.
What the fuck?
All right, so that the meet and greet wraps up. I don't know if Asher, you got up to any mischief in that time. Trixie, if you got up to any mischief.
No, I mean, especially like with the kids, I just kind of like, I wanted to like encourage them to tell me what they were doing, what they were up to, to like kind of glean how things are in town, you know what I mean? Because like kids are guileless, they don't have an agenda, and I feel like they're a good reflection of how things, the general like health of a community kind of thing. So even though it wasn't like necessarily on purpose, like I definitely was like listening to make sure that nobody was being mistreated, or nothing uber like nefarious.
Just
that
really quickly roll a generalized insight check just to see how much you were able to garner from that.
Let's try you. What is it again?
Insight.
Not you. I didn't learn shit.
Tell me
What'd you get?
That's a nat one.
It's not that you don't learn shit. It's that you're really confused.
You're told lies.
Because you, at turns, think that Overton no longer exists based on some of the information you're getting from the kids, because they're kids who are not so guileless, but full of stories and wonder. And they're telling you about the great defeat of Overton and how the city was raised and they were the heroes there to save it.
Got it.
And you get this devolving story, which turns out to be their current big game of the community.
Imagination, yeah.
How post-destruction Overton survives through the children.
Got it.
Asher,
I play along into the make-believe.
Asher, what are you getting up to, if anything, during this?
Nothing. Just signing stuff and talking to people. I think I'm just.
Then I would just love for you to roll a general charisma roll. Christmas saving throw.
Shaking hands, kissing babies.
26.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I think that over the course of your encounters and discussion and discourse with people, the legend grows of your group. You do get the sense that they're having a hard time describing your trio, and nobody is willing to bestow a nickname upon the three of you, but you hear things like the greatest trio and the heroes of the past and future and various iterations on different things. But it's clear that the people are rallying around the three of you as icons of the ability to survive the current issues. But you do get the sense that they're struggling to put a name to that, and that it slows down some of their feelings of safety and security. But other than that, you do get the sense that you are considered heroic people.
Quick, give us a name. Tell one of the children our names. We are the Pirate Queen and her consorts.
No! No.
Man, I got nothing.
I mean, that thing about the future and the past is kind of cool.
The future. What? Are you like over here talking to Ash?
No, I'm going, caca! I'm like
Things
over
wrap
there
up.
signing, like,
Like a shadow comes over and whispers in my
Past.
ear.
future, us.
But everything wraps up. The naming thing maybe sticking in your head is something that folks are
Time cops.
needing and seeking. You are all gathered back together again, departing your fandoms.
Should we
What are
become
you
the
up to?
Time Lords? Ripping off Doctor Who.
So I think we came up with a plan.
Oh, did y'all come over to me? Did I come
Sure.
to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gathered together at some point.
Wonderful, because I have a plan. The reports are kind of wonky. Basically, they keep missing them. They think they're going to be somewhere, and then they're not where they think they're going to be. They said...
They say life is like a box of chocolates.
They said... Okay, so they first went to Belgrano.
New Bell.
New
Grotto? New Bell
Belgrano. Yeah, that place. They went there because that's where they assumed they were going to go. And they didn't go there. And they went up towards the east near where Overton headed to the islands. And then they kind of went to the forest. And basically it was really confusing, and the guy didn't have very good records. So if you have an idea, great, because the only idea I could think of was basically the issue is trade. Whenever someone is leaving to go trade, they're never making it to their place, and they're not coming back. So I was thinking if we pretended to be a group of traders, they'll intersect us, and then we can be like, ha, just kidding. This is who we are. We need to talk to you. That was my idea. Not disguise ourselves as traders, but we could go out, and I think they'll probably find us.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Get a boat and paint, our logo, not our logo, but
maybe
brands, BG on it.
maybe we can borrow a boat.
Yeah, I'm sure they would give us a boat, and then, they'll see the big logo on and be like, oh, they're traders. And then they'll come over and we'll be like, hey, we're not traders, but, we hear this thing so we need to talk to you. There's been a misunderstanding.
So,
But if you have a better idea, we can go with that.
I don't, that's actually not.
Oh, also, the guy who said doing the reports, he said that they're going back out and that we are welcome to join them, but they haven't had a very good track record thus far, so I don't know how good that would be, but we could go with them.
Did we just get spammed?
We did.
Yes. Okay, I blocked him.
Woo! Gotta love bots. What was I gonna say? I actually kind of like the decoy idea, but I think, and I kind of like look over my shoulder and I'm like, I think if we do that, we need to keep it to ourselves because it's a little concerning that the raiders always seem to know, or at least seem to avoid our troops. So while I don't necessarily think that there's a spy, I just don't think what they're doing is successful. So maybe we just catch up with our good old friend Grand, and
Grand to give us a ship and see if we get attacked.
Yeah, and just say that maybe we could take it. Maybe we could say that we ourselves are going to Larson, because apparently that was a place that had a shipment coming, and right. Sorry, I'm metagaming. I didn't mean to. That was something that the guy said was that they
Deluge from Tanzanite. I'm sure that came up. So
yeah, I was gonna say the thing about like potentially going to where the Navy was. That whole thing, I would have added that
in the marshes.
Yeah,
I mean, but I think they have to go across the lake and out and around, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we could also say that we're getting a boat to go, but then we're not going to be trading there.
I mean, those are two separate problems. I think we have to find.
I'm just saying
we don't want to sail into a full navy with a trade ship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is if we're gonna decoy as traders, then we need to pick like an actual trading destination.
I mean, we could even take a small batch of things, and hopefully it all works out. We can also get the trade on over.
Yeah, I mean,
if we just hop on one of Grand's boats that's already going somewhere and it's the only one out there, it's probably going to get hit, I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, if nobody else is running right now.
Okay, well, why don't we go talk to him and maybe see if we can like stow away on board or somehow like sneak on board? Because if we
there's no ships going out at all. No one's going.
But that's the thing, is he'll know that we're on the boat, so he'll probably feel more comfortable about the boat going.
I'm gonna dig out my ascending stone that goes to Grand, even though he didn't answer it last time. But I got like a voicemail or a secretary or something. But like, Grand, it's Asher. Are you in Overton right now? We need a boat.
We need a boat.
There's a pause for a beat, and Grand's Brand's representative Themek here. Grand is in the clan of the Blues space. Set up office there. You have access and priority for everything, so I guess tomorrow if you want to, and then they just cut out.
Grand's people say we have access and priority for everything. So I think if we just go tell the boat what we're doing.
I think, but what do you think about at least trying to keep it kind of hush hush? Because if people see us getting on a boat, they're gonna, word's gonna spread.
I do need to let the guy know that we're not gonna join him, but I can just say that we're not ready to join him.
Can you tell him to make a big deal about how we are joining him for a full day and then leave?
I'm sorry, I'm
If
confused.
he let's spread the rumor that we're on that boat, even though we're not.
Mm.
And then when we get on the other boat,
But what purpose does that serve?
because if there's a leak, then they
I
won't be
got it,
avoiding
I
our
got
boat.
you.
They'll be avoiding his boat.
Hmm.
Okay.
I might know exactly who. No, I don't want to use that just yet.
I'm sorry, what?
I have a new little friend,
Okay.
and she might be willing to be our little messenger. I don't
I
want to
mean-
ask too much of her. It seems trivial.
I think we can just grab somebody in the
In the military?
Yeah.
I think you're
we can
right.
just... So, who... okay, why don't I let... I can't remember his name. No, my former mentor.
Second in command.
Yes.
Now first in
No.
command.
I will
Ooh, timeless.
clue him in because I trust him. And I trust him to make it, count, I guess, make it effective. And then maybe Asher, you could secure us a boat. You're the most convincing of us, and help kind of make it on the hush hush.
Okay.
Okay. Tanzanite,
Alright.
do you want to go with him or me, or do you want to stay here?
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess I will. I'll look at Asher and blush a little bit, and then I'll go with Trixie. Be like, Trixie, I'll go with you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just be like, oh, and just walk away towards the docks.
And I turn to her and I go, "You could have gone with him if you really wanted to,
I don't need to go with the boy. I want to be with you.
Stupid boys.
Boys are gross.
Okay.
So you head off on your various errands. Anything specific about how you're going to approach this, or a specific place you're going, Asher, for boat collecting?
I'm just gonna go to, let's see, like whatever. Would I be able to judge like what the fastest boat is? Like
Go
out
ahead
of Grand's boats.
Go ahead and, if you're down at the docks and that's the area that you're checking out, go ahead and roll a investigation check, and also the DC. You've been on a couple.
16.
Okay. Yeah, that seems reasonable. It takes you a while because you're checking out boats and you're somewhat familiar with ships. You've been on a couple. I think from your experience switching from a smaller sailing vessel that was meant for the lake to a even smaller vessel, length is very important. The longer the boat, the faster it goes. And you're also aware that having plenty of places to catch the wind means speedier. And you're able to kind of pick out a couple of options. Are you trying to be discreet in this, or are you just kind of looking around?
Just looking around.
Okay, can you just roll a perception check really quick?
Sure.
Not that this person's trying to hide. I'm just trying to.
18.
18. Okay, you definitely not only notice this person who's not trying to hide, but they seem to be kind of arranging different procedures around the boats. But you see them pluck out a sending stone out of their own pocket. And with an 18, you actually hear them say, GB, this is DGB. P1 investigating. curio response support out. And it's just like this string of nonsense things. Alright, baby, it's the boy. And at the end of that, you see them cock their head for a second, turn and smile at you. And says, welcome. I am here to serve.
Hi. So we have a plan that would require one of your ships.
At your disposal.
Cool. Ideally, we'd like to get out there quick, so like one of the faster ships, if you could. But
oh, certainly.
I'm gonna look around and make sure nobody's like listening because I'm trying to keep this.
You
somewhat...
see his face go completely blank for a second. His eyes get wide. He says, we need discretion. Understood. Discreetly. And then he's like pointing to a wharf space behind you that looks like a kind of like a warehouse turned office space.
Okay.
And he kind of marches in there.
Oh,
he turns around and goes, so he's going to come down here. And yes.
Okay. Do you want to hear the plan, or should I just wait and tell him?
I would suggest him.
Okay.
Because I think it was a pleasure to meet you. Oh, okay. I've got to go. And he turns and darts off, and you're kind of left alone in this kind of nice enough office space. Nothing too luxurious. It's definitely functional and mundane, but it's definitely well kept. Not exactly a dockmaster's office, typically. And about 15, 20 minutes go by, and familiar face pops through the door. Oh, Asher, my dearest ambassador. It is so good to see. Where are your friends?
They're around.
What happened to your gear? Do I need to resupply you? I'm more than happy to.
I'm gonna say mumbo jumbo, and then his logo will appear on what I'm wearing. Actually, I'm good. I'm good.
You have found some exciting new ways to spread the loyalty.
Yeah.
You are my favorite.
So we have a plan to help you get trade moving again.
Looking out for little old me. Oh, you are the best ambassadors I could ever do.
Well, you and Overton and this entire alliance, and
certainly,
yeah.
yes.
But yeah,
supporting everyone.
We know.
Yes, of course. It is. You are the best, the absolute best.
But so our plan is we are going to spread a rumor, which is where Trixie and Tanzanite are now, that we are leaving with the next patrol looking for the raiders. It's because those patrols seem to be getting strategically avoided. So we want to make it, we'll misdirect that we're that way, and then we want to just go out with a trading ship and see if we get raided.
Plans within plans. You are becoming quite the advanced troop.
Yeah.
I heartily endorse this, and
I mean, we are
at your success.
We are the timeless trio, so
the timeless trio. That does have a ring to it.
It just seems very happy about this. So
timeless trio.
What do you think? You're the brand expert. What do you think?
It's so good.
There was some people kind of fishing for a name for our group. So,
oh, yes. I have been told, and I did suggest Grand's ambassadors, but it didn't seem to catch on like I had hoped. So,
I mean, you can only rhyme with Grand so many times, that
yes, well, maybe that's where I went wrong. But
I mean, Grand's brand is the best one. You can't match that. And
I can have a new line. Grand's brands. timeless ware for your most discerning of Oh, this is great. We can sell things in trios.
It's a little
We'll sell
wordy.
3 shoes, 3 gloves, 3 shirts, 3 pairs of trousers. Absolutely beautiful. I
Maybe you could do
heartily endorse this. You can. Our fastest is the quick ticker, so definitely grab that one. It is currently is carrying a cargo of gems, but you could just offload those wherever the dockmaster will see to it being done. Like,
will they be able to tell? Will raiders be able to tell if it's not actually loaded with cargo?
True, leave it aboard because they'll ride too high in the waves, and then of course that gives up everything. So, but if you need to dump it,
Not the gems.
dump it. I have little
Good
attachment
pants.
to material things, as you can tell. And he's like dressed as ridiculously flamboyantly as possible. I am but a minimalist at heart.
Of course. Of course. All right.
You have been the source of quite a bit of change in my life, I'll have you know. I used to be one of those constantly pursuing the dream, and as he reaches out, his like sleeve falls further out and just blossoms out into this crazy, ridiculous outfit. I used to be one of those who barely had a thing to their name, and now my empire grows, but my needs grow less.
Well, I'm glad to have helped you to expand your physical horizons while needing less spiritually for your own satisfaction.
Oh, truly the spirit of commerce is deep within me. In fact, I'll have you know I have collected a few gods.
Have you now?
Well, they say that they're gods, but it's neither here nor there. Something of travel, something of trade, some green individual of coin. It matters not as long as we are functioning together successfully.
He reminds me of what's the professor that collects people in the unnamed stupid wizard books? Isn't there a professor that collects famous people or famous students?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, just reminded. I got that vibe just now.
Well, he has aged, unlike unlike your trio, and so he has created new pursuits and such, as one does when one gets older and has new.
Everybody needs a hobby.
And his happens to be collecting and redistributing the wealth of the world to himself, of course.
Yeah, of course. Oh God.
Well, he's basically
yes.
like Jeff Bezos, but
Slughorn, yes, that's who it was.
Probably,
gosh.
Probably less gross, but.
All right, so you secured a ship more or less, and you can decide any details you would like to. But Trixie and Tanzanite, what efforts are you putting forth?
I'm going to head back to the training area to see if they resumed or if he's nearby.
Oh yeah, he has stopped direct involvement. He needed a moment to recover his authority and dignity, and he is standing off to the side under an awning, drinking something out of a large pitcher.
All right, can I just kind of like sidle up to him, just like at giving off the ruse that I am also observing the training?
Yes.
Bathroom break.
Yes.
Got it. Hey, so we had an idea to help with the raids going on, but I need your help with something. But you have to keep it between the two, like between our group and you. So it's essentially an assignment.
Yes. What are your orders, Mom?
I need you to notify the officer that you sent us to that we do plan to join him on the patrol and make that as conspicuous as possible and encourage him to, let everybody know. But we are in fact going to be sailing out on a trade ship to try to lure out the raiders. Not necessarily even to attack, but just to actually find them. For some, it bothers me a little that they somehow seem to keep evading our groups, and I'm trying to figure out why. So we're going to try to create a decoy and see if they'll come after us instead.
Subterfuge is not my specialty, but I know the officer you speak of, and he can't keep his mouth shut, so
Exactly.
I'm just going to tell him that you'll be joining him secretively and he will not know that you're there.
Okay.
Easiest
Perfect.
way to move this forward.
Perfect. No, that's perfect. That's brilliant.
Let me get started. And he shouts out to an individual, and somebody comes trotting up, and he says, allow the captain of the finest to know that our local celebrity heroes will be joining him discreetly, of course, in disguise, in but moments to set sail and pursue a mission of their own devising. Off you go. And you watch this person head off down towards the docks to a ship presumably called the Finest.
And I just give him a slight nod of the head. And then I walk off.
You can see him kind of like shuffle a little bit. Turn to almost ask you a question, but you've already sidled off. Take it. Okay. Turn and go off. So you've departed him. Tanzanite, you were there. But
Good job, Trixie. Yeah.
That was so weird. I hate giving orders.
It wasn't an order. It was here's the plan. Help us achieve it.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like the only way for him to kind of understand. Well, not the only way, but like you know what I mean. Like
He's a man of structure, so you did it the way he would understand it.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah.
I'm gonna start to walk off and be like, "Ugh, the pirate queen."
I want to. Is there any like pebbles or anything on the ground?
Oh yeah, this is what was the square with stones has so much random crap. It's easy to find a couple of pebbles and such in this area. So
I'm just gonna see if I can like kick one towards her. I don't know what kind of
attack.
Do I get to like counter it?
Your AC will be your counter for this one.
Oh, okay.
You're also walking away, so technically it's a surprise attack.
Hopefully my shadows will do something cool.
Take 47 surprise damage.
What 2 rolls and what your AC is.
Let's see.
Right,
So
what's
improvise,
my
just
AC?
like unarmed.
It's the word. Do you have a special thing for an improvised attack?
I don't really see anything.
Would it be like a thrown attack, like a throw with your foot?
So it's an improvised thrown weapon. So that's just any weapon that you can have, and this could be a wagon wheel, a dead goblin, all sorts of things like that. Sorry.
I feel like
I throw the dead goblin at her.
I'm so sorry that I used that statement. Even as I said, I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing that." But basically, an improvised attack, especially if you're new to D&D, is just using any object, which is not necessarily something that you happen to be proficient with. And if you
this would be
proficient
different
in a
than
weapon that was
unarmed.
similar, it would be different. But it's just an object that has no resemblance to a weapon. It deals 1d4 damage, and you're using a ranged weapon attack, melee attack. So this isn't that improvised thing. It's less than 60 feet, probably Actually, it's probably less than 20 feet if you're just kicking it at her. So this will be with disadvantage, the roll that you're doing. So just roll your d20, add your ranged weapon modifier to it
But with disadvantage.
with disadvantage. And I might be calling
Okay.
it wrong. Somebody else can correct me, and I won't care.
You're the boss.
I'm DMing right now.
I mean, I'm not trying to hurt her. I'm just trying to boink a pebble off of her. It's 14.
Okay, so that does not hit her armor class, but so you flick that pebble, and I like what you said before about do your shadows do anything. So can I have you roll a spell save?
Okay.
So just
That one's
Your
not
shadow. Nat 20, your shadows eat Trixie.
yeah, nat 20 it. Let's see what happens there.
I
I love
wish.
this.
good.
I'm just rolling with the random garbage of fun, but
Would this be my spell modifier?
yes, this would be
Okay.
your modifier, not your attack, but your modifier. So it's a +4, I think, for you at this level.
A whole 10. I was doing so well.
So the stone flies, hits her armor. You hear a ding, and then you watch as, and then probably only Trixie really sees this. You watch as the shadows, reacting too late, reach out and grab at nothing as the stone falls to the ground.
It was just a sad experience all around.
Apathetic.
Everyone's
Saw that my
disappointed.
shadows could do something if they were quicker.
If they were more attentive and paying attention to your friends as possibly being enemies, they would know better. They did not expect an attack from a friendly quarter. Now they're on their guard for that. They'll watch out for the future.
You're welcome.
So the three of you make your way down to the docks eventually, catching up with Asher, who is, I guess, negotiating with the captain of the boat, unless you're trying to...
Yeah. Is there any of those kids around? Like that were begging for autographs and stuff?
I mean, this is a different area of the town. There are people around who keep casting side glances at you.
Okay.
All.
Do I recognize any of them as someone earlier that was
Go
asking
ahead
about?
and roll a perception check.
15?
Okay, yeah. You notice somebody who's been kind of shadowing you for a while.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to them and be like, "Hey, you know how you're asking about the group name?
Yeah.
Timeless Trio? What do you think?"
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Spin it around.
And you
Okay.
see them as you spin around behind Asher, as Trixie and Tanzanite walk up. You see the kid who had gotten the autographed spell book open up their spell book, and at the front of it write Timeless Trio Compendium.
All right. See you later, kid.
So yeah, you all are going to board a ship, prepare for the voyage,
I
negotiate
think
things with the captain.
we probably would board at night, I think.
However,
to
we're going to work that out.
Make it
But-
secret.
Yep. But this is where we're going to close out tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. It has been so much fun. And I forgot the thing. Oh, find your own pod so you can play games together and play and have a blast. Thank you.
Like, listen, subscribe,
Like,
Yes.
and whatever that equivalent is on Twitch and Facebook.
Hashtag Timeless Trio.
Hashtag Timeless Trio.
Timeless Trio.
We'll see you again next Sunday.
All right. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Oh,
Okay.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.